Good morning, guys. Well, today we are going to go ahead and cut us a path through this jungle here, about where the mule is setting. I want to end up over here about to where you're setting at, and it looks like we've got a pretty good job ahead of us. Some of this stuff we are going to use the mule and the winch. Some other tools that we have, we're going to have to take down some of this heavier brush here, chainsaw on a couple of these vines. This one grapevine setting down here is about 5 inches in diameter. That's a tree. But I do want to clean this up, and we're going to end up right in this section that you're looking at here, and it's going to make us a nice trail. So let's get started with the video. Beautiful spot down here in the creek, and I definitely don't mind to have us a new trail to ride on. Like I said, we're going to have to pull some of this brush out, and I think the plan of attack is going to be we're get the trailer off the mule and then back up, and we're just going to start cutting our way in right there and then make our way to the creek here. Alright guys, I think I'm going to start off with shears and see if we can take some of the tops out of these first. That way we're not fighting with this brush as we start dragging this stuff out of here, because we're going to have to hook the cable up. Well, I tell you, this stuff can get thick. And these shears that I'm using, I'll tell you, if you're making trails, you can't beat these things. The telescoping handles closes right back up, so it's easy to store in the back of the mule, but you can get a lot of work done with these. Instead of just putting the tops back, that should make it a lot easier for us to be able to get our cable and things hooked up. This trail's going to be nice, guys. Well, I'll tell you what, what these vines will do is they'll start growing on a small tree, and they'll continue to the top of that, and I can show you right over here what I'm referring to. But they'll continue to the top of these smaller trees, and then they will actually grow tight enough to where they'll pull these smaller trees over to where they can reach the next tree and then continue, and they'll go right to the top of these 40 and 50 foot trees with no problem. That's the sunshine is what they're searching for, and they'll make their way to the top of the tree to get to it. First few small trees like this, I think we can just actually, we're going to wrap this chain, and we're going to continue to wrap it underneath itself and let it fall down, and then we're just simply going to hook it back over. And what that does is that makes this chain, I'm going to zoom in here so you can see it, but that makes this chain bite against each link in that circle, and when you grab a hold of stuff like this, it should just continuously get tight around itself until we pull this out. And we're going to use the mule to actually drag this thing up and out of here. See how this chain is wrapped around itself. So again, as we start putting force against it, it should pull that thing right out of the ground. Let's see how it's going to work. Now I think this one here is going to be a challenge, just simply because the way it's spread out, and I think it's going to be part of this guy over here too, but we're definitely going to give it a try. You guys holler if you see this chain coming loose. Here we go. Definitely nice to have that out of the way. Well, there we have it, guys. I knew he was going to make it through, and I got to say, I've been waiting for over 20 years to get that done. So this is a project that I am absolutely happy with. Again, it's going to add to the trail riding, also give us better access to either side of the creek when we need it. This will cut itself in a little bit as I get to use it some. You guys are getting ready to see some really nice four-wheel drive footage, I can promise you that. But again, just taking time to make something like this nice for yourself, really no big deal. And again, pulling this stuff up on this side by the roots, because that stuff was so clumped and close together, and it's the smaller brush. And I will come back and clean up the rest of this, but getting that stuff pulled up by the root is better for you than just simply sawing it off. And if you do have to saw or cut it off, always make sure it's flat, because it'll run through one of these tires no problem. So you can cost yourself 150 bucks pretty quick, okay? I want to thank you for watching. I hope you've enjoyed this video. I most certainly enjoyed getting the project done. See you on the next one. Yeah. I told you I was going to have that winch sooner or later. It just needed a little more gas. See you on the next video.